what's up guys, we're back with another Transformers video, and this one is a very special one here because, as you can see before you, is Grimlock, the leader of the Dinobots, one of the most iconic Transformers of all time. And I had to pick this guy up as I'm still waiting to try to get one of them studio series Grimlocks. This is Power the Prime Grimlock. A lot of people actually do not prefer this one, although I really did like the design of this guy. He is not the arguably top tier one, being the Studio Series 86 Grimlock, but I am not about to spend triple what that was originally dropping at retail. I'll wait for them to restock on those when they eventually give Swoop and Slag, I believe, are the two Dinobots that still need figures for Studio Series. But let me not get sidetracked here. Focusing on this guy, Power the Primes. We got in a very nice box here for Grimlock. Nice design of all the combined form of all the Dinobots on the side there. Moving around to the back, just some more. You got a nice little text outline there, and kind of just showing off the side piece it comes with. That's like an attachment for the combiner form. Never gonna have to really worry about that. And then there's another really nice picture there of the dinosaur mode, robot mode and dinosaur mode. But let's not delay any longer. Let's get this guy out of the box and give him a closer look. And boom, here is Grimlock in his Dinobot mode. And honestly, any doubts I had about this guy were kind of flushed down the drain just from this perspective. This is a beautiful looking figure. Now, there are obvious complaints, and we're going to get into those pretty much right away. But I am going to just show you guys these little accessories first. These are part of the combiner mode, and you can attach these to the side of his feet or his arm. I am not going to be using these at all for the rest of the video, so I just wanted to show you now what he comes with. Yeah, so let's get those out of here and focus on him though. Like I said, from the front, this is a absolutely beautiful figure. Tons of sticker decoration here. Not the biggest fan of the sticker decoration, but I would have rather it be painted on. But it is extremely detailed, as you can see. There are a lot of other painted on detailed parts, like the red and the gold mixed in with the silver. And the only real complaints I have are this area and this area here. I feel like you can bring this down, but it doesn't flush with the tail. So my only issue there is this little gap here and then here, but this is where the combiner head is pretty much stored, so I can understand that. Not as big of a gripe up here, but I do wish they could have at least made this come down a little bit to flush out the entire area. And the tail, nice and thick as Grimlock tail should be. But it's not awful. It is a little stubby here, but as you can see, looking at it from a side angle, looking at it from a front angle, it's a really good looking Grimlock figure. Autobot logo up there on the head, and just super detailed all the way around. This is just really beautiful paint with the gold coloring, and they just did a really good job with the overall mold of this guy. I'm really happy with him. Yeah, I really am happy with this Grimlock. It's a really nice G1 looking Grimlock if you wanted to pick him up yourself, and I really don't think the Dinobot mode is a letdown at all. Now, I do have a bit of an interesting subject you see here in terms of using for a reference here. I do not have any other Dinobots from this series, nor do I have any other Transformers from this specific Power of the Prime series. And this guy is obviously a little bit smaller, doesn't scale perfectly well with a lot of these Studio Series. So if you do want a Dinobot to scale with the Studio Series, I would recommend biting the bullet and paying upwards of $200 for the Studio Series Grimlock. Let me just throw in, here is a Studio Series Voyager Optimus next to him. So as you can see, he does kind of stand pretty high over him. And over here on the left, obviously our big guy is the leader class Grimlock from Age of Extinction, the original release leader class there. So it's not terrible. It's not like he's a midget or anything like that, but this is obviously leader class, a lot bigger. But this Grimlock is on the smaller side in terms of if you want something that's going to pose well with a lot of your Studio Series pickups, or the Studio Series 86 specifically. But not terrible size. Obviously, you can see not the biggest Grimlock out there, but again, not terrible. Grimlock's head can go all the way up and down, as well as his mouth can open. These arms are posable as well. The legs, you can pretty much see all the joints of posability there. I'm not going to adjust them though, just so he doesn't fall over. And the the tail can ratchet up and down. And just to give you guys actually that perspective of how the tail can move, it does, even though it's not working with me here, you can see it ratchets on that joint back there. So you can have a range of posability for the tail there. And it really does. The more I look at this, the more it grows on me, honestly. And here we have Grimlock in his robot mode, and the first thing I just have to get out of the way is that it is pretty ridiculous that he comes with no weapons. This is not a weapon that comes with him. This is just a gun that I put on him, because he literally comes with no weapons. He comes with those two kind of like foot looking pieces that are the addition things, and that's it. Grimlock should always come with a sword. That's his iconic weapon, a sword. They should have at least given him a cannon or a blaster or something, but I gave him this gun. I think it's from an old Fall of Cybertron set. But moving on to the figure itself, it is a really nice figure. The visor, Grimlock comes in the red and the blue visor. Not sure which one I prefer more, but I think on this robot design, the red definitely works out. The stickers, as you can see, looking real nice down there on the legs. Real nice applications of reds, dark silver, more gunmetal gray, and that kind of, not exactly gold, not exactly yellow. It's kind of like a more muted kind of gold, and it really does work nice. It's pretty much the exact color you'd want on the Dinobots. It's not like that stained out as yellow, and it's not exactly gold. But spinning this guy around, you can just see the amount of details in the arm pieces, the sides of the legs down there. It's just a really detailed mold, really nice mold. And the back piece for Grimlock, of course, really looks great. Not much of a backpack at all. That's pretty much what he looks like regardless, with the in his robot mode, with the T-Rex head at the back there with kind of the little wings with the arms sticking up. He looks great. This is a fantastic robot mode. I wouldn't say fantastic, it's a little extra, but this is a very good robot mode for what it is, and I would recommend grabbing this guy for either the robot mode or the dinosaur mode. It really does look good, as you can see here. Just detailed all the way around. No complaints. Now, in terms of scale here, I've brought in a Voyager Studio Series Optimus Prime, and as you can see, Optimus is just slightly bigger than him, as they are both Voyagers. Both of them have a little bit of a hitch bend to the knee, so it's not like there's anything disadvantage going on for either or, but they are roughly the same size, a little bit shorter on Grimlock's end. And while you want the Dinobots to be bigger, many argue that this should have been a later class. It's nice for what it is. A little bit smaller, but it's good for what it is. He really does have that bulk appeal that is Grimlock. He's real nice and thick up in the chest and shoulders, the arms at the lower forearm area and the bottom of the legs. He's really thick in all the right areas, and then skinny near the upper legs and waist, right where it's a really good looking figure. And the more I look at it, as I've said before, the more I look at it, the more it grows on me. So all in all, I would 100% recommend picking this guy up if you can. Definitely the cheaper option out there in terms of Grimlock figures of this quality. It is a really nice looking figure, as you can see from here. Obviously not perfect, but it's Grimlock. There's obviously going to be some corners that need to be cut, and this is a combiner edition, so there's obviously going to be some stuff going on here made for combining, obviously, with other figures. So it doesn't really detract it much for me. If you can pick them up, again, 100% would recommend it, or go for the more expensive option with the Studio Series. Regardless, again, sorry I do not have more comparisons of him with other Dinobots, but I do have a very special Dinobot on the way, being Sludge, my personal favorite, and I will 100% be comparing this Grimlock with Sludge in that video when I do get him, so stay tuned for that. But that's all I have to say about this Grimlock here. Any feedback is appreciated, but be it likes, dislikes, comments, let me know. And until next time, peace.